great fight in Chinese house. So Renji keeps the lead, but the interesting is what's happening behind her. So Hu Jun is coming closer again. Dina Spandilova is in third, while Miroslava Sagan of Poland slid down from the 4th to the 5th position, going tied to the third Chinese, Wei Jun Gao, while Cornelia Fröhlich made a couple of mistakes, dropping down in the scoreboard. She's now in 8th in the last, and but she still have to fight if she wants to take back to Switzerland that quarter place for the next Olympics. She still have to fight, heiming to the Polish Miroslava Sagun, who's now in 5th. Reloading for this fight is going to be the 5th final shot. Dina Spandilova of Australia. Dina Spandilova of Australia, 10.3. Zhu Hun, while Jasna Sekaric scored a great 10.4, followed by the Chinese Gu Han of China, the third Chinese finalist, who made again a 10.4. But now let's focus on Jun Hu, fighting for this gold against her teammate. Let's see her shots. Ten point four, and now she has the chance to overtake Ren Ji, who scored a very frustrating 9.0. What an exciting final, a tough battle for this gold medal. Just waiting for the ranked list to be sure, but seems that Jun Hu has now the chance. Jun Hu is now tied to Renji, the great remount of this Chinese shooter Jun Hu, that regained a 3 point to her teammate Jinre. So now we have two Chinese shooters on the lead, while Dina Spandilova still there, stuck in third position. Following them, Jasna Sekaric is trying to get a place on the podium. You see, she's just a 6/10 of a point, 5 from the podium. So great fight for the medal placement. Jasna Sekaric, just 6/10 of a point, 5 from the podium. She has the chance to jump, to fight for a medal. She has Dina Spandilova of Australia in front of her, but they are divided by such a thin margin that everything can happen. We are now on the sixth final shot. Sorry, Jasna Sekaric. Spandilova, in the meantime, scored a poor 8.9, Jasna Sekaric 10.2. So Jasna Sekaric is now overtaking Dina Spandilova, going in third position. Great shot of Jasna Sekaric with that 10.2. She probably made to jump on the podium. We still have to wait for the two leaders to shot, so nothing is already said. And we are also waiting for the Polish shooter Miroslava Saguna in 8th position. Jun Hu waiting to release this shot, and it's a 10.3, a great shot, but her teammate Renji scored a 10.4. Tough fight, tough duel for this gold. Now Renji regained 1/10 of margin, so Renji is on the lead, follow 1/10 behind her by Jun Hu, while Jasna Sekaric bounced on the podium thanks to a great and outstanding 10.2, overtaking Dina Spandilova. Now in 4th, Miroslava Sagun made also a good shot, bouncing up in the scoreboard. Now she's in 5th. She's distancing the Swiss athletes Cornelia Fröhlich, and this is the important thing for this Polish shooter, to distance the Swiss, because their personal fight is for the quarter place. We are now in the second part of the final, and please keep following us, because we are seeing a great fight for this gold medal, as well as for the bronze. We have the two Chinese athletes, Renji and Jun Hu, fighting for gold. And behind them, Jasna Sekaric competing against Dina Spandilova for the bronze. Henry focusing on her. You can see we have seen her slowing down her shooting action, so this could be because she understood what's going on. She understood that her teammate Hu Jun is coming closer, so she's now taking more time to aim. As you can see, a couple of poor 9.3 and 9.0 prevent her performance to be perfect. Renji, she hasn't shot. She rolls down her pistol, rising up again. It's a difficult moment for her because she's probably understanding that her teammate is coming close, is there, is just 1/10 far from her, far from getting her. Renji at 10.3. 10.3. Now we have to wait for Hunju at 10.1. So Renji is exploiting her great and long experience to keep behind Junhu, but won't be easy. They are now divided by 4/10, while also Jasna Sekic scored a good 10.3, while Aspandirova dropped down. Aspandirova 7.7. We don't know what happened to her, but she dropped down in the scoreboard. She's now in 6th. She should have problem because 7.7 is not something that you see so often in a final of a World Cup. Tina Aspandirova probably feeling the pressure of Jasna Sekic, who's shooting very well. Now Sekic is in 3rd. So 2 Chinese on the lead, divided just by 3/10. Following them, Jasna Sekic of Serbia in 3rd. You can see that the fair audience who's giving applauses to Aspandirova. She made a poor 7.7 that is probably gonna be her fatal mistake of the final. She was fighting for that bronze, but now she's dropped down. And all this comes in favor of Jasna Sekic, virtually in 3rd, shooting a great competition. After starting in 4th, she now bounced up in 3rd, and she's competing on a high level as everybody's expecting from her. 9.7. Not her best shot, but should be enough to keep the 3rd position, since Aspandirova shot 9.7 as well. Junhu. Now, the 2 Chinese athletes are always the last two to shot in the final. Every shot they are the last 2. Junhu and Renji, they are starting each other, taking their time and their brief before releasing the shot. Junhu on your screen. She 3/10 of a point behind Renji, 10.6, while Renji scores a 10.1. So Junhu bounce up in 1st position, overtaking her teammate Renji. What a tough and exciting final. What a final. As you can see, it's a fight for the gold. So after the 8th final shot, Junhu is on the lead. 2/10 of a point ahead her teammate Jinre, while Miroslava Sagun scored a great shot. The Polish shooter bouncing up to the 3rd position, overtaking Jasna Sekic, who marked 9.7. Not her best score. So now we have the Polish shooter Miroslava Sagun Lewandowska performing a great final. She was starting in 8th with the lowest qualification score, and now she managed to climb up to the 3rd place. But most important than everything else, she has now virtually the quota place between her hand. Fight for the quota place, always the most important prize of a World Cup, because it's the entrance ticket to the